website, channelinginc.com, to learn how to channel. I have whole entire certification channeling workshops with 50-page manuals for each level. So cool, so fun. And my slogan is spirituality is meant to be fun. And today's topic that I'm going to be talking with you about is finding your soul's purpose. Why am I here? And this is a very common question. So please stay tuned. I'm going to take you through a process right away, and I'll get you to follow along in that process and actually take you through some really cool channeling techniques on how to find your soul's purpose. Before we do that, I'm going to explain a little bit about our soul. So our soul resides right here in our not our solar plexus region, but so we have our heart chakra and then our solar plexus chakra, and in between is where our sternum resides, and that's what we call the seat of the soul. So that's where your soul resides, is right there in that sternum area. So when I get you to go through this exercise, that's the area I want you to focus on, because that's your soul contains the answers to why it chose to incarnate, what it wants to get out of this lifetime, how it wants to grow and evolve and get the most out of this lifetime. So I want to make something really clear, because not a lot of people realize this when they think like, what is my soul's purpose? There's a couple things that they think that may not be 100% true. First of all, they think that they only have one purpose in this lifetime. So they're trying to find the purpose. What is the purpose? However, your soul actually has lots of purposes, lots of reasons why it chose to incarnate. So I want you to keep that in mind as I take you through this process that's coming up right away. And the other thing that I want you to keep in mind too is that as we go through different seasons of our life, our purpose might change. So for example, when my daughter was 5 years old, her mom picked up and left us, my daughter and I, for another guy. So I was left to raise my daughter as a full-time single father since she was 5, and now she's in her 20s, and I raised her as a full-time single father for that entire time, raised her, and was part of my soul's purpose during that season of my life was to raise my daughter. And I did that. And I now she's a young, healthy adult and doing fine and thriving and doing really well in her life. And so, but I knew that in that season of my life, that was one of my soul's purposes. And there was a whole bunch of other ones, like learning to channel, teaching people how to channel, creating whole structures and curriculum and stuff like that. I knew all that as well. And there's a whole bunch of other purposes as well. So now that my daughter's grown up and she's out of the house and all that, I've entered a new season of my life where that isn't necessarily, I fulfilled my soul's purpose for that season of my life. So it's changed now. So that's another thing to keep in mind as I'm taking you through this process, is that, okay, like, where are you now in this current season of your life? Maybe you are a parent with children, and that is part of your soul's purpose, but also, or maybe you're not, maybe you're an empty nester, or, maybe you're a grandparent and you have grandchildren, and maybe that's part of your, and let's just not focus just on family and things like that, right? Like, I want you to, as I take you through this process, I want you to think of many different ways, not think of it, but actually get your answers from your soul. So what are the many different soul's purposes, your soul's purposes, in this current season of your life? Knowing that it might change later, but don't worry about later. Don't worry about in the past. Just focus on right now in this current season of your life. Okay, so let's get to it. If you're watching this, I don't want you to just just sit back and watch it. I want you to actually participate. Okay, this is cool. And then after, when we're done, I'll get you to write it down. Take some moments after, capture it. There's something magical that happens when we capture stuff on paper or on your computer or your phone or wherever you want to document it, because it takes this kind of like stuff that's kind of randomly just floating in the ether, and it captures it and it crystallizes it and makes it real and tangible, and you're more likely to apply it into your life. Okay, and I'm all about taking spirituality, and yes, spirituality is fun, and I love the hippie, like woo-woo kind of stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love all that. I embrace it, I welcome it, but I also want to make spirituality practical, where you get practical results and you can apply it in your everyday 3D human life, human world. Okay, so who's ready? I'm ready. Let's do this together. Finding your soul's purpose. Why am I here? Okay, so what I'm going to get you to do is when we do this is your soul resides right here where your sternum bones meet at the very bottom of your rib cage. So that's this epicenter or the seat of your soul. That's where I'm going to get you to focus as I take you through this exercise, okay? So the first thing I'm going to get you to do is go ahead and close your eyes and then take a nice deep breath into your soul region. So 3, 2, 1, nice deep breath. And then just relax. So try to get out of your head, drop into your body, and just relax and drop into your soul and feel into your soul. What does your soul feel like? What is its characteristics, its attributes? How does it feel, your soul? Okay, good. Now, as you're feeling into your soul, and as I'm going to get you to do this, just trust what you're getting. Just feel into your soul, trust the answers you're getting, and ask your soul, why am I here? What is my purpose? Why am I here? And just do this with me. Why am I here? Ask your soul this. Why am I here? And then ask your soul, what other reasons or purposes, like why else am I here? Because remember, we have more than one purpose, more than one reason for being here. And keep it to the now, in this current season of my life. Why am I here? Okay, and then focusing on your soul. I want you with a smile on your face, looking down with your eyes. So look down at your soul if you haven't done so already. Go ahead and look down with your eyes. Thank your soul. And then with as much sincerity and as genuine as you can, tell your soul, I love you. And really mean it. I love you. Okay, so I'm going to end the broadcast right away. And when I end this broadcast, I don't want you to just get up and, just change the channel or, do something else. Just take a moment, hit the stop button, and then if you can, get a pen and piece of paper and document what you just experienced, how you would describe your soul, the characteristics, the attributes, how your soul feels, and then any messages it gave you. And go into detail. Write it. You can write it down in detail. Try to fill up a whole page if you can. And as you're doing it, also stay connected to your soul. Like stay connected to it. Don't just think, okay, I got these answers now. I don't have to connect with my soul anymore. No. Stay connected as you're writing it down, and you might get more detail. You might get more specifics, more intricacies, more information, and elaboration on your soul and your soul's purpose and why you're here. My name is Ken Lewicki of channelinginc.com. I teach a whole insane amount of stuff around channeling training, how to channel your soul, your higher self, your spirit guides at real detailed advanced levels. This is for people who've never channeled before ever in their life and have no idea what they're doing, and they want to learn how to do this because it's fun, it's exploratory. You want to know like how to connect with the other side. Maybe you want to learn how to channel ascended masters or your loved ones or your ancestors. I teach all that stuff as well. And then in higher levels, my level 3 expert level, I also teach people how to channel like sprites, fairies, dragons, and crystal divas, psychometry, angels, archangels, you name it. Like it's just fun, play. And my slogan is spirituality is meant to be fun. So I keep my workshops and my trainings light and fun and playful, kind of like this. Like how cool is this, right? Channeling your soul, finding your soul's purpose. It's all just fun and play. So if you have any questions, comments, feel free to reach out to me, and please visit my website, channelinginc.com, where you can register for either one of my intro channeling workshops or one of my full-blown certification workshops where you actually get a certificate at the end of each class. And it's so much fun. Have a wonderful day. My name is Ken Lewicki. We will talk.